Okay, how y'all doing tonight? This is the Absolutely No Excuses podcast, and I'm on here behind the mic with my girl Monique, and we gonna be talking about relationships and is there still love in 2026? And we gonna get into interviewing her about her book and her becoming an author. Now, Monique, let everybody know what you got going on. I know you're an entrepreneur, you write books. You got to let them know where they can catch you online on your socials.
So my name is Monique. I work full time at the post office for 10 years. I'm a brand new author. I have one book out on Amazon. It's called The Strength in Me by Shay Monique. My
Hey,
second book is finished. So it should be out next month. And I'm already working on my third book. And I do real estate. So I'm a realtor, Asian,
I
and
remember.
that's my life. I'm trying to get this money.
So, far as your books, tell us about the book. What inspired you to write it?
So for the past 43 years of my life, I have been unhealed. I
That's
have
all of us.
have childhood trauma. I've been sexually abused as a child by somebody that was close to me that should have been protecting me. My stepdaddy. I've been in abusive relationships. I grew up in an abusive household where my grandparents fought all the time when they was drunk. So my mother was on drugs. So I had a lot of childhood trauma that followed me into my adulthood. And that book was my healing. I had to let it out.
Mm,
I was angry. I was miserable. It was just a lot. Drinking, I haven't drunk in 5 years, but drinking was my healing supposed to be to block out my pain, but it wasn't doing shit but pushing people away from me.
yeah. And that's kind of all us. We all had crazy stuff going on. So I hear you on that. So was there a specific moment when you knew this story needed to exist?
Yes, it does. Because I done came across a lot of people that they confided in me. And I felt like I'm not going through it by myself. Somebody else been through this. So let me get this out and let everybody know. Just because you went through it don't mean that you have to let it follow you into your adulthood. It's
Mm,
okay to speak your truth. It's okay to heal. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to carry that anger all your life. Because I was mad at my mama for a long time. Like I kind of like low-key hated her. But me and her best friends now.
I know, and it be like that. I mean, I feel like I feel you on that. I had some trauma like that too. I was molested by a woman, then two men. Like when I got a little older, I think the last
Mm.
time I was molested, I was 17. I was still in high school. I went to Lake Park.
Wow.
So nobody knew. I didn't say nothing, but I mean, I felt like one thing about me, Monique, what it did, I'm not traumatized from it. And I do see a therapist like 2025, 2026. I see a therapist. I mean, because I was angry, but it took away what sex supposed to mean to me. Meaning that,
Yes.
that's like the highest form of intimacy, but it don't mean nothing to me. Like we could be having the best sex in the world and I still like be like, okay, what's next?
I feel empty afterwards. Like right now,
Yeah.
my sex drive is very growing up in my teenage years. I used sex as that's the only thing I had to offer was sex. So I was called a hoe. I was called whatever. I didn't care because that's all I felt like I was worth is sex. But now that I'm older, I don't even look at sex the same way. Like my sex drive is so down. And I'm dealing with a man whose sex drive is up here. I'm down here. So it's like,
But older you get though, I think it start getting old. I like I'm not saying I ain't with it. I'm with the shits. But I do feel like the older you get, you want more than just sex.
yes,
And you should make me want to have sex with you. Like I don't want to just we not gonna do it because we just laying there like so I feel like, look, that's what I'm saying. So I feel you on that. Like, so which character, theme, or message feels most personal to you?
what's the personal part to me that I felt like I didn't want to share it, but I had to share it was the part where I got sexually abused. And my mother just stood there and just, not saying she stood there and let it happen. The drug was taking over. So I felt like my abuse was more painful than anything that anybody can describe. And it was physical. It wasn't just sexual, it was just physical. He
Mm,
never penetrated me, like as far as put his dick inside me, but that wasn't the part he penetrated, if you know what I mean. You know
mm.
what I'm saying? So it was like that was the part that really hurted me. You know what I'm saying? And
And
I couldn't forgive it. I don't
And
know
it
how to
ain't nothing
forget.
wrong. Look, I forgave people, but I ain't forgot.
Right.
And I had to let them know, like, I ain't forgot what you did to me, motherfucker. But I still forgave you though.
I don't know
It's
how to I I forgave him, but and that's why I feel like the book made me feel like everything was lifted off of me. And I feel free now. I feel free.
and that's how I mean, look, that's how it's supposed to feel. Your writing's supposed to help you heal. It's supposed to, what is he doing? Look, don't be yelling at me to keep letting you in and out. Look, you disturbing my interview, dogging. Come on, PD, I'm finna let you in.
So and it really shaped me into my relationships with guys, females, as far as friends.
Hmm.
I push people away due to I don't want nobody close to me. I didn't want nobody to be close to me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel better. I feel real better.
That's good. I mean, so, but you already said the book changed you in a way, so I'm not gonna ask you that. What was the hardest part of writing the book and like on your publishing journey?
The hardest part was that was like the hardest part. Like, do I let this be known? Do I
Yeah.
make this part of my book? Do I want people to know that part of me? But I had to. I had to let it out. I had to release it. My mother, drug addict issues was something I was very like, I don't want to put her business out there. I don't want people to look at her like, you let this happen to your child. You let this happen. I don't want her to be looked at as the villain. But again, I had to put it out there. So that was the hardest part about me publishing this book is putting my mother business in there because she was around for it. It wasn't like she was in jail or not around. She was around for it. So I felt like me being a child, you supposed to have protected me. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't. So I didn't want people to look at her like, oh my gosh, she's just a terrible person and she's a terrible mother. You let this happen to your child. So it was one of them things I had to really think, do I want to put this out there?
And it's like that. I mean, look, we never want to hurt the people we love, but sometimes telling your story and your testimony could save somebody else's life.
Yes.
And I just realized that. I didn't realize how many people suffered in silence and got stuff going on and
Mhm.
like how they went through stuff with their parents and they never told nobody, but it's a lot. And they almost be ready to commit suicide. I've heard stories like that. So I never wanted to tell nobody about me being molested, but I had to eventually because people were
Mhm.
telling me they were going through the same thing. They were like, man, when I was this years old, somebody touched me. They was doing this to me. So I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, that's you want to know that other people going through some of the same things that you went through and that y'all could connect on that. So I think that's dope.
Yes. So it's for the
It
people
went
that's going through it, speak your truth. Speak your
That's what
truth.
I'm
I
saying. Look,
also see a therapist. I do see a therapist. I haven't seen her in a couple of months, but I do see a therapist.
I see a therapist, and it's not that I felt like I needed one. I wanted one. I wanted to talk to her because I was angry. I had a lot of stuff going on. Like, people don't even know 2024, I was homeless. Like, I had lost my job. My grandma was sick. And so I came back to Chicago from Memphis. And when I
Mm.
came back, she died like that
Oh,
February 2024. And so when she died, I had nowhere to go. I was living with her.
right.
And so when they told me like you can't stay here no more, I'm like, damn, well, what I'm supposed to do? And so I had to stay in the shelter. And like people who I thought was my friends that I've been taking care of for years, like 20 plus years, no help. Everybody was trying to get something out of me. And I'm like, damn, I've been helping you all this time. And you mean to tell me you can't like be there for me? And so I'm glad it happened because I was able to get myself together, get myself, write my books. I've been shit. I
Yes.
got about 30 books I done wrote, but I only
I
put
didn't
out three. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I had a friend and she did the same thing to me. She was telling me, like, man, you got so many stories to tell. You should put your stuff on Amazon. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, you write your books, you could self-publish. I was like,
know.
"Oh, okay. And so
Yes.
it helped me. That was my healing too. Now I didn't write about my own life. I was writing about other stuff, but I feel you like it does help. I was able to heal by talking about stuff that I didn't like, and
Yeah.
it described it in my books. Now,
Mm.
what do you want your readers to feel when they finish your book?
I want them to feel empowered as far as meaning as there's nothing you can't get over. Not saying that you're supposed to get over it, forget about it, but you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. You got to forgive your mother, your grandma, your whoever did it the molesting, whoever harmed you in any type of way, you have to forgive them. You
Mhm.
can get through anything. Anything in this world, you can get through it. Just a prayer, meditate. Don't be ashamed to go see a therapist. It worked for me, and
It
it's
worked
still
for me.
working for me. It's still working. I want them to feel like they're not alone. Speak your truth. Even you got to write it in a journal. I ain't saying put it out there to the world. Write a book like me, but write it out. Feel it. Don't try to annoy it. Feel it, because the more you annoy it, the more it gonna keep keep coming at you. Feel it. You have to release it to move on. You don't want it to interrupt with your personal relationship, your children relationships. None of that. Just release it,
I
and I
look.
promise you, it will feel better. Cause I feel good.
Me too. Look, when I went to go see my therapist, when I first went to go see my therapist, I was so angry. She was like, "Why are you always so upset?" I'm like, "Look, people piss me off. Like, I want to smack one of their ass up here." She like, "No, you can't be fighting people." But I feel better now when I stuff be going on. I don't even get
Yeah.
excited. I kind of ignore the drama and the bullshit. Now, like,
Yeah, I do too. And I talked about my struggle with working, like how I just worked and had enough money just to pay my bills and had $0 to myself. But it's okay. You gotta keep moving. Keep moving. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. No matter what you're going through, do not give up.
that's right. Look, keep it pushing. But that
Keep
us
the
as
pushing.
African Americans, we can't give up. When have you ever? You never get I could just chill and do nothing moment. Like we got to work hard for everything we get.
You see
You
me, I
gotta
keep
go.
going.
Yeah, and no matter what's going on, if you sick or you ain't got enough money to get to work, you still got to make it happen. Like that's our life story. So I feel like
Yes,
I never get a break.
at all.
Now, what message? Well, you already kind of said that. What's next for you? I already know you got a third book that you working on. Doing is it a series or like are you doing something outside of what you writing about your own life?
Okay, so the second book I'm finna publish, hopefully be out by next month. Fingers crossed. It's a self-healing book. It's a self-healing book. It's talk about mainly self-love, on your worth, relationships. It talk about all kind of things that can heal you. Statistics, manipulation, family, friends. It's like really a self-healing book.
And
And
people need that.
yes, and my third book is a non-fictional book. I'm trying to see where I'm going with the story, but it's a non-fiction book. I'm coming up with it off the top of my head.
Now you know you could write about anything. Let me tell you. So I got a couple of books out. One of my friends, she was going through something, and I wanted to take her story and make it empowering for women and black
Mm,
women, especially who got kids and they doing it on their own. See, I don't know if you know, it's a lot of women out here that's single mothers. They ain't get
yes.
no help.
Mm,
They not getting no help. Ain't no man around. Ain't no man trying to be around. And so she going through it. She gave up a lot of stuff to live with her family and they dogging her. I don't know how she doing it. I like to live by myself. I'm not
I
like a
do too.
big one. I can't have like I tried to live with my sister, but we got two different ways of doing stuff.
Hmm.
So I can't live with family. Like I love them to death, but let me be in my own space.
My I try to stay away from my family. Like I love them. I love them to death. I love them to death. I would go to hell and back for them. But like you said, I like staying by myself, by myself. I'm very a loner. I like to be in the house, work, be in the house with my TV. And this
Hmm.
third book is a suspense. It's a suspense book. So you're gonna have you
Okay.
thinking. That's why I'm going
That's
with it.
what's up. Well, I just finished like I got an 8 book series that I wrote, and I just
Mm,
finished the last book. Like I'm letting my editor and my friend. I'm here in Orlando, being Nurse Leroy, taking care of my friend, but I'm also letting her read my books because she do a lot of like reading my stuff, and if something wrong, she let me know before I
right.
publish it. Or if the story ain't hitting, she like, look, you might need to go back to the drawing board and fix it. But I got about 30 books that I wrote. I only put out 4.
Wow.
Yeah, cause I'm real like I wanted to see how to market it on Amazon. Now I'm glad I'm talking to another author. So tell me what has been your experience with like marketing your book?
It See, I'm marketing on my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. And so far my sales was been pretty good. But I wanted to get it out there to the world.
And I like how you were saying too. So I see you using a pen name. I don't write under my name because when you do stuff yourself, you got a lot of haters out here.
Yes.
So if you put on there Monique Luster, they not gonna buy it because they gonna be like, I ain't finna support her. Like, who she thinks she is? And so I do the same thing. Like my thing is PR Bay. That's my pen name. It's the same name I kind of use on all my social media. But
Mm.
I never put stuff out under my own name. Now I'm super big online, like far as PR Bay, but you're not gonna see me put Leroy Fidel on there. They not gonna buy it. And that's family and the rest. They won't pay for it. They like, no. They
And
expecting me to give it to them.
do you know why I noticed?
What?
More of my friends and coworkers bought my book than my own family.
For real?
Maybe 4 or 5 of my family members bought my book that I know of for sure.
So you know what? It ain't even like family and friends of mine. Most people who buy my book are total strangers. They don't know me. They heard
Right.
and read my reviews and read like the books and they was like, oh, we gonna purchase this. I think I got 3 friends that bought my book, one of them.
I didn't know you was an author. I would have bought your book.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I've been promoting online, but I've been so busy, like with the podcast, with the
Yeah,
books. Like I've been traveling a lot because I'm trying to live my best life. Like you said, I turned 43 this year. I don't know how long we gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And then like I think about people like Tank. Tank was our buddy in high school. She gone.
That was
That
my
was
baby.
mine too. And when they was telling
Mhm.
me she was sick, and then that's what I'm saying. Chanela got cancer and shit. Like I know about 6 motherfuckers we went to school with that got cancer.
Yep. And to see Tank like that, it really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And before she died, we had just was talking about hanging out. We was just talking about hanging out. And next thing you know, she was gone.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like people dropping like flies. So I'm feeling like
Yep.
I've been trying to really do what I feel like I need to do because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this earth. Like my
Right.
grandma gone, my mama gone. So I'm like trying and I have to be there for my sister and my nephew because I'm literally the only one holding us up together. So I'm like, damn, it's like a lot. And I got other brothers and sisters, but we all like doing our own thing. Everybody,
Mhm.
and my daddy think he a fucking Rolling Stone. I got a 13-year-old brother.
What? Daddy ain't ready to stop.
He need to though. He old as hell. He about to be 70, still having kids and shit. I'm like, look, get your old ass and sit down. But yeah, so relationships and dating in 2026. So I was gonna ask, do you still believe in marriage in 2026? Cause I don't. Like,
Well, I still believe in marriage.
do
I
you
still
want to
believe
be
in marriage.
married?
I do want to be married. I do
Okay.
want to be married. I feel like no matter what I go through in life, no matter how many times I've been hurt, can nobody take that from my head. I want to be married. Even if it leads to divorce, which I don't believe in divorce, but even if it leads to us going our separate ways, at least I can say I experienced that. I experienced that. So I still believe in marriage.
Um, I'm not gonna say I don't believe in marriage. I believe in love. I'm always gonna be like a supporter of marriage and love. But 2026, that ain't what people want. People not trying to build together. If it ain't about sex or like people looking for something temporary. They don't want to be there for the long haul. And
Yes.
so I don't even waste my time. Like I don't mind dating, but I'm real be like, look, you got one time to rub me the wrong way, I'm cutting you off. And that's with friends too. Family, you
Yes.
piss me off one time, I'm done. I'm not ain't no taking it back. We can't go back from it. I'm done. Like I protect my peace at all costs. That's why I don't want to live with nobody. I don't want family around me. I tried to be nice because I kept saying, what was Jesus do? And I let this girl live with me that I was like in a shelter with. Cause me and her was cool. We both was from Chicago, living in Milwaukee. So she from the South Side, which I was skeptical because she's from the South Side. But okay. And I let her live with me, and it just showed me like people older than us are stupid than the motherfucker still. Like it don't matter how
Yes.
old they is, they just stupid. This bitch was 53 years old, still listening to King Von. I don't listen to King Von.
Never heard of King. Well, I heard of him, but I never listened to him. No.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like she just was like, for her to be so old, she older than us. Of course, she like 9 years older than me. She was real childish. And you know what pissed me off, Monique? One day, she woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning for just cause she slamming doors and shit. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Then she see the look on my face. Cause when if in the morning, don't talk to me. If I ain't have my coffee yet, leave me the fuck alone. And so she like, we need to set some ground. And before she could get that shit out of the house, who the fuck? Wait, we ain't setting ground shit in my house. If you don't like it, you get the fuck out. Like, this
Oh,
my shit.
exactly.
She was like, "No, I didn't mean like, nah, bitch, you better be careful. Tread lightly, cause it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I ain't even have to get up to 8. Yeah, I'm pissed. Leave me the fuck alone." So people, I can't do too many people.
Okay, so with that being said, as far as older people, I'm dating an older guy right now.
Hmm.
And my opinion on older people, they just as immature as the young boys. He still believe in materialistic things. Like he's not, let me see, he's not, how can I say this?
Yeah,
He have terrible money management. As fast as it come in, he
he's
leave.
spending it.
He I've told him, and I promise you I told this man this. I said, you worry about looking like money than actually happening. See,
Mhm.
I'm a saver. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to grow in life. You still the same way that I met you 8 years ago. That's why I feel like right now we are still together, but we still like it's like we're going our separate ways because we
And
on
I
two
feel
different
like
levels.
that too. I
We on
now
two
I'm
two different
very
levels.
I'm very calculated when I date. Like, I remember this one dude I was just talking to. I met him, and when I met him, he wasn't working. I didn't let him talk to me till he started working for Coca-Cola. Cause
Mm.
$28 an hour, yeah, you can be my friend. Hell yeah. So I was like, okay. So I started dating him. But you know what? He said something to me, Monique, and I'm like, what the fuck I supposed to do that? He was like, how can you love me? My own mother didn't love me.
Wow.
And I was like, what? So I'm like, well, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that?
Oh, you really can't do nothing because no matter how much you try to love him, it's not gonna be. He ain't gonna believe it. He's not gonna believe it. He's not gonna
And
feel
that's
it.
what it was. He was just like, "You lying, you don't care about me." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"What?" And he wasn't older than me. I dated motherfuckers older than me, but I'm tired of they old asses too. I'm
yeah,
42 and he 38. He just turned 39. And actually his birthday today, so he just turned 40. Cause I'm 3 years
yes.
older than him.
You just have to figure out when it comes to this love thing what you will accept and what you wouldn't
I ain't
accept.
accepting
Because
shit. Like
no, I'm
I'm
just
not.
saying because you don't have to accept nothing. You don't have to accept nothing. I'm just saying this generation of dating is just terrible. Like I'm
It
scared
is.
to get back out there, even when I become single. I'm still scared to to go out there because, like you said, they only want sex. They need somewhere to stay. They want to drive your car. If they don't have no future,
And you
no
ain't
friend,
lying. Let me tell you something. A motherfucker, nobody fall in love quicker than a motherfucker who need a place to stay.
stay.
They be
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
babe, you just met them. Yeah, babe, when I'm gonna get my key? Key. I
Baby,
say, do
I
you
know you for
pay?
3 days.
I know,
I know you for
no, it
3 days.
be 3 hours. No, I ain't talking about no three. It be 3 hours. Motherfuckers just meet you like, yeah, babe, when I'm gonna get a key? I what? So
You
yeah,
don't know me. I could be a killer.
that's
I
what
could be
I
a
said.
killer.
I said I could slice your ass up into pieces and throw your ass in the backyard. You would never know because you ain't even got to know me. You just like, yeah, what
Right.
up, babe?
And then people don't believe in waiting. As soon as you meet somebody, they want to have sex with you the same day. Nigga, you don't know if I got AIDS or not. Like, you don't know me.
I know you don't know what I got. You just want to sleep with me. And some of the shit people be saying to me, I'll be like, wait, what happened? And
I
so
had
I
somebody,
remember,
I had somebody just drop they private in my, I can curse. I had somebody drop they dick in my inbox. Hold on, baby, you blocked. Cause I ain't that type of female.
cause I don't even know you. Get your weird
Right.
ass out of here. Like
And
that's what I'm
get that little
saying.
shit. That shit ain't even little to you shouldn't be showing nobody that little ass shit.
And it pissed me off too, because I feel like this guy that was like a big brother to me when I was staying in the shelter, 58 years old. And I'm hanging with him, feeling like he my brother. He teaching me how to shave with a razor and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So he just was like, yeah, I wanna lick your ass from the back one day.
What?
And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, but you're supposed to be my brother. Like, why would
Mm,
you? He like,
they don't
I used to watch you in the shower, and I say, oh, see, this sound like some jail shit. Like, what is you talking about? You used to watch it. So I feel like dating in 2025, 2026 is creepy. It's crazy. You can't trust nobody. And you gotta be careful because you don't know if they gonna have your ass or they trying to sex traffic you or whatever. That's some new shit we gotta deal
yeah.
with. Like that, I'm like, that's crazy. Even in the Uber, you gotta be careful because they'll take your ass somewhere and leave you somewhere. and you look
Hell
up
yeah.
your ass is on drugs. They got you selling pussy, but you really ain't selling pussy. Like, it's crazy. So I was like, yeah, you
Make you
absolutely
rich off
right.
this, but like it's just like you don't in this generation. It's just so hard. Me personally, I believe it is somebody out there good for me that won't
Mhm.
cheat, that won't have an agenda
It's
behind it.
somebody out there for
But
everybody, but
it's
that's
just
key.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just so
But the
scary.
thing is, you gotta date with intention now. Like, I
Mm,
think I never tell people what I like. I tell them what I don't like.
mm.
Cause if you tell motherfucker what you like, they gonna do everything they can to try to, get in there.
Yeah.
Then 6 months later, you ready to set they stupid ass on fire. So I feel like, you have to be careful with that. I never tell people what I actually like. I just be like, what I don't like is some lying motherfucker. If you
Yeah.
tell me you gonna do something, do it. If you're not gonna do it, then just say that.
And don't tell them, hello,
Hi.
don't tell them what you've been through with your last relationship. They
Yep.
gonna feel like you let him get away with it. I can get away with it too.
I was
I
dating
just
this
say
African
it just don't work.
motherfucker.
It just
So
didn't
you know
work.
what? I'm gonna tell you why that's a problem, right? Dating this African motherfucker, years too. But I like light skinned motherfuckers. I do. I like red bones. That's my thing. Never tell a motherfucker what you like. You don't even want me. You like light skin, you don't
Hmm.
like. I say I like everybody. I don't want anything exotic, but I ain't got time for no motherfucker to worry about what I like. If I got a preference, I do, but I'm still dating your stupid ass.
Give me a chocolate man. I want me a chocolate man.
I could do chocolate if it's right. If it's right, I'll do it. But I mean, you can't be blue black and I can't see nothing but your teeth in the dark. Like, I don't like that. Well, it's the
Right.
truth. I don't mind that dark skin, but your ass can't just all I see is teeth. No, I'm good.
I just say in this generation of dating, take your time. Date, 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 date. Take your time. Get to know somebody fully, not physically, mental. See what they mad at. See where
Hmm.
their mind is at because these people be crazy.
They do, and to kill your
Crazy.
ass. I
Hell
was
yeah.
looking at this girl. She was trying to break up with the guy. Now he cheated on her. She put him out.
Mm.
She came home with the police because he was threatening her. He shot at her and the police. You gotta be a bold motherfucker to shoot at the police. Ain't nobody work.
Yeah.
Ain't no love worth going to jail for life.
He
Like,
wasn't not mentally stable.
he was trying to take her out and the police. He shot both of them. The police officer, she got away, but look, babe, don't love me to death. Just love me.
Yeah.
Not to
Me,
death.
my problem is when I meet somebody, I like that one person. Like I don't want to go date around. We
Mm-hmm.
have not established nothing, but I'm only focused on him instead of just dating. You ain't
Nah,
gotta have
see,
sex
my
with
problem
everybody.
is,
You ain't gotta have sex with everybody you date. Just date and get to know people.
But here's the problem. Like, I'm 61, by the way.
You look good too.
Thank you. Like, at my age, you meet somebody and they're assuming because of your age, you're just going to open your legs for them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they laugh when I tell them, oh, I have a 6-month rule. And they're like, what's the 6 months? I talk to you for 6 months and then maybe you'll get like, and
There
then
you go.
and then I tell them, and if you piss me off, then I just keep pushing it back,
Yep.
you know?
Father
But
and
yeah,
father.
that's unfortunately, that's what some men think, that's all we're here for, to
Yeah.
satisfy their needs.
Right.
but y'all know there is a growing male epidemic of loneliness. Have y'all heard about that? How men are like, women are tired of niggas. They are. They like, I'm not about to be sleeping with you. You can't live. Yeah, so they don't want like people who, women are like, look, I don't have to deal with you back in the day because they want somebody like your grandma. But they don't understand grandma didn't have a choice. She couldn't have a bank account. She couldn't get a house in her name. She had to put up with your bald head ass granddad.
Right.
But these women nowadays got mortgages. They like my friend, like she got her own house and everything. She don't need you.
That's what I told the guy I was dating. I was like, I don't need you for anything. I said, if I want you, and at one point I even told him, I says, you know what? It's not even about sex. He's like, why? I said, because I had a booty call that lives 8 minutes from me. If I wanted sex, all I had to do is call him.
Yep.
And this motherfucker's laying in the street. You clean them up, shit. You can get you a good lay. Like it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be bitch somebody for sex.
I think
Go
roles
ahead.
have reversed. Roles have
Exactly.
reversed.
That's just
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
it.
And they be like where my grandma used to cook, clean, and do this. Where your granddaddy used to provide too.
And
Is
there
you
are no
providing?
providers now.
They
No
don't.
men providers.
They not
No.
providers no more. We are the providers.
Women make way more money than men now.
Yes.
That's what I told dude. I was like, shit, I'm gonna get me a woman or a stud. They got the money. Shit, ain't nobody got time to be dating y'all broke asses. You ain't got no money and you not lying on this life. That was my problem with him too, right? He lived with his cousin on the couch. That shit was pissing me off. He paid $200 a month, but he made $28 an hour. Why you ain't got your own place? But
Right.
then you got on a Mary and Jordans and shit.
That-
59, worried about a Mary and looking good, but you ain't got no place to stay. And he was in there joking, yo, raggedy ass apartment, bitch, don't you sleep on your cousin's couch? And he was like, bitch, I told you that in confidence. He like, bitch,
My
I told
thing
you that in
is,
confidence.
they rather look like they got money than actually
Mhm.
have money. And that's
Yeah.
where the problem lies.
Yeah,
Like I told you, my guy.
I have 3 godsons, and their father
Mm.
swears he's got money. Just swears he's got money. So every time I run into him, and he's like, "Oh, do you need any money and stuff?" I'd be like, "Look, Mister Ghetto Bougie, you ain't got no money. You ain't even got a job.
Right.
Why you think you so rich?
I don't-
Get
And if
yourself
you
a
was
JB."
if you was rich, you would be doing that.
Yeah,
So that's my problem with dating in 2026. Everybody fucked up. I don't care who it is. Like, when you have conversations with people, so many people just want to be by themselves. I'm one of them. I don't look.
You just
I
froze.
can't date one person seriously. I've been dating like 4 or 5 people at a time. Cause once you start getting on my nerve, I'm tagging in the next one. I ain't got time. Like I get bored fast too. So you got to keep me going. Like if you ain't having like, I'm not gonna be the one pulling teeth in no conversation. Like I want to have conversations with you. Let's get to know each other. But if you can't do it, I'm not wasting my time. I don't care what you do.
And another problem with these 25, 26 relationships, they don't know how to date. They don't know how to date. They think dating is, we finna come to your house, bring a drink, some weed, we gonna kick it. Damn. I want to get dressed up, go to a dinner.
I
I
know.
want to go to the
And
movies.
then
I
you
want to
ain't
go.
finna come. If you ain't, why you always want to come to my house? I ain't cooking
no,
your ass shit.
but then some of them take you out, and you have to pay the bill because they ain't got money.
Oh, no, you ain't taking
Exactly.
me nowhere. Your ass ain't got no money. Because I'm going to ask you. Like, I'm be like, because you better get ready to bust these dishes. Because I'm not paying for shit. Bitch, you asked me out here, you finna pay for this shit today.
Exactly. I'll
Or
pay
we
for my
not
meal.
going.
You on your own. You on your own, baby.
Now, I might
I
treat you
pay for
to
my-
like a movie theater or something, but at least have the shit for the popcorn and the nachos and whatever. If you can't go nowhere completely broke. And then another thing in 2026, I'm not dating no motherfucker that got net spend or child. You ain't got no bank account. That's strike one for me. If
Baby.
I pull up, I'm like, Zell me $100. Oh, I got chime block. And then
What?
I'm getting so petty now. If you got an Android, if I send you a message and it turn green, I'm finna block you.
What about
Look, I do Cash App because I let people pay me on Cash App, but that better not be your only way of paying the motherfucker though. You ain't got Zelle, that's a problem. Cause that
real
mean
problem?
you ain't serious about life. Why you ain't got no bank account? You too motherfucking old to be
Exactly.
talking about child.
That's why
Well,
I
you
was
know,
like, I'm gonna go back to my old days when I had 2 or 3 niggas. Forget one.
Hey,
I
you
had 2 or 3
better.
But
niggas.
that's the way you have to be. I'm telling you.
Yes.
It's like everybody tells me, you're so quiet. I was like, and like I told the guy that I was talking to for a year, I was like, dude, it's not about sex because I said, dude, I got 2 guys on speed dial if I need
Hold this,
sex.
talk to a while
Period.
because I didn't go to the gas.
Period.
I was like, it's not even about that. I wanted a relationship with you, but if you can't deal with it, that's not a me problem. I said, I could always get laid. I said, I don't have to worry about it.
And that's the easy part. Getting laid is easy. I
Yeah.
want something real. I want something
Exactly.
meaningful. You know what I'm saying? I want to date with a purpose, intentions.
And that's what I wanted with him. But he was just like,
Yeah.
And he was younger than me. He's like, I don't know, but I want us to stay together. It was like, I was just like, this mother. He's like, babe, I love you, but I don't know what I want right now. But I don't want you dating other guys. And I was like,
No, you're not gonna put I'm not gonna put my life on hold because you're not ready.
right. So then we
Next.
went to a bar. And I was laughing because I said, oh, we just friends, right? It's like, yeah, we just. I was like, okay. So he made a real stupid remark to me. He's like, so if you had to have a threesome, who would you do it with? So I was like, so I picked my two booty calls.
Right.
And he's like, so who are they? And I was like, oh, those are my 2 booty calls. One lives in Winter Haven and the other one's 8 minutes from me. He's like, what? I was like, well, don't ask a stupid question if you want an answer.
Right.
So and then there was this guy at the bar that every time I would answer him that he would get mad, the guy would die cracking up. You could just tell he was listening to our whole conversation. So every time I looked at the guy and smiled at him, my whatever would kiss me, and I smacked him and I said, "Stop kissing me. We're not together. We're not those kind of friends." I said, "Stop being
Right.
stupid." He goes, "Well, that guy keeps looking at you." I said, "Well, why you get mad? You don't want me." So
Yeah.
what's the point?
Sometimes it's best to be single. Like nowadays, a lot of people are single.
Yeah.
And
I
they
mean,
just
and the good thing is that my friend with benefits, we've known each other for years, and we've been through a lot together. We lost our mothers almost 30 days apart. We're very close. Yeah.
my
And
condolences.
yeah, it was horrible. His mom was my best friend. So, and he comes here like he owns the house. I crack up because he walks in, he has his own code. He takes a shower, he gets dressed, he plays with the dogs. I'm going to bed, and I just look at him. I said, "You swear you own this house?" He goes, "But you do the same thing when you come to my house," which I do because I go to but we know it's nothing serious, but we care about each other. That's the difference. Right. We really care about each other. And ever since, he'll call me, he'll text me, check in on me because I just had surgery. Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Why don't y'all try to make it work?
Because it's weird. When I first met him, he was just separated from his wife.
Okay.
This was like 15 years ago. So we became roommates.
Mm.
And I found out he lied to me. He wasn't divorced. He was separated. So in order for his kids to be able to come to my house, I had to meet his wife.
Okay.
So I raised his daughters for like 6 years.
Mm.
And the only ones that really knew we had a relationship was his mom, his brother, and his sister. And they were okay with it because they loved me. But I feel that if we come out in a relationship, it's going to affect my relationship with his kids because I raised them. And they call me Titi. Yeah, because I raised them. So we're just, we're okay the way we are.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving
Long as
Florida.
y'all happy,
thank God.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. As long as he's here when I need him.
You should stay in Florida, though.
I don't want to stay in Florida.
Do you really want to go back to Chicago?
Yeah, but we're not going to Chicago.
Now,
I'm trying to leave Chicago. I'm trying to go to Georgia.
Actually, I was thinking of Texas or North Carolina.
I live in Texas now. I live in Houston.
So you're not in Chicago?
I moved out of Chicago years ago. I ain't lived in Chicago.
Or a suburb of Chicago, but I'm not going back to Chicago. I was born and raised there.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get to Georgia. Not Atlanta, Marietta part. I ain't trying to go to Atlanta.
Be careful with Marietta, too. Wait till Trump get out of office, because, they hanging black folks in Marietta. You better be careful out there. Yeah, they just killed the dude out there. You can get in the Carolina.
No, I'm gonna actually go lay down because I'm tired and I gotta go.
No,
I was gonna say too. So how do y'all feel about, like, with me? This how I feel with relationships too, like, and them progressing. How do you feel about being? Because I know people that's been with niggas 27 years and they not married. How do y'all feel about that? Because with me, 2 years we engaged, 5 years we married, or I'm breaking up.
What's the difference? Why? Because you have a paper?
It's not about. It's about commitment.
Let me tell you something. My cousin, I have a cousin that was with her husband. They were together, not married. For 20 years, had kids, had 3 kids. They decided to get married. A year after they got married, they got divorced.
Wow.
But if y'all been in a relationship for years, why is it
people.
Some people just don't want to get married. Like, I know somebody, Quanah. Quanah, her guy been together since I was, 18, 20? And I'm 43, so they've been together for 23 years. I asked her the same question. Why are you not married? I don't want to get married. I like how it is between us two.
My friend Isha been with her man 30 years. And I'm like, why you ain't marry him? Because if he died, you can't get none of his stuff. Like, he got kids and you do got kids by him. They might get it. But you been with him 30 years. You deserve the entitlement
what is she gonna
to
get?
his stuff.
What is she going to get?
Whatever he got.
Look, all she gonna get
she the one with the money.
She's going to get $225 for Social Security.
Right.
That's it. And it's going to have to be claimed by one of the kids.
But that's why you get, look, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is why you get insurance on your husband.
But yeah, you don't need to be married to get insurance.
When he died,
you don't need to be married.
But to
I got
me,
insurance on
marriage
my
is a
boyfriend,
commitment.
and we not married.
That's true, but I feel like if he ain't got shit, yeah, you right. Then you don't really need to be, you ain't gonna inherit none. But I'm just saying, like, to me, it's just like, it's a commitment. It's not about the piece of paper. It's about going in front of God, making that commitment with the person you plan to spend the rest of your life with.
For what?
Okay, so can I say my part? Me and my
Go
guy
ahead.
been together. Me and my guy been together for 8 years. We
That's
didn't talk
good.
about marriage. We didn't talk about marriage. He didn't send me a ring and everything. But we're not financially stable to the point where we want to get married.
Oh.
And
But
sometimes
you
it could
were
be a
saying
financial.
like I wouldn't marry him if he ain't got the money shit together, because that's a
That's why
problem.
I said that's the reason why we're not married.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
and that's sad because that's that one thing. But you're right. If you ain't got it together financially, I'm not finna put up with that
Because
shit.
if we divorce, he ain't getting my.
The hell yeah, because they gonna be like, well, you the one that got you right about that.
The
But that's
fuck?
what I'm saying. Marriage is not what it used to be though. Like, and a lot of people saying they don't want to be married.
For
People
what?
Yeah.
Then nobody takes the commitment seriously.
and they are not having kids like that either. People got dogs, cats. They don't want to have no damn kids. They like, nah, I ain't trying to have no kids.
These
Kids are
married
expensive.
men and women, some women
Mm-hmm.
act more single than the people that actually is single.
I know.
And it's just a piece of paper.
And I'm trying to. I remember when I was living in Des Plaines, and for like 3 years, I was dating this dude. He Russian or whatever. I never knew he was married. And when
Wow.
one day when he was getting ready to leave to go back to work, he had gotten in the shower, and I'm like, "Who is these people on your neck, like, and on your back?" He like, "This my wife and kids. You know, my wife a nurse." That's what I'm saying. I never
Nobody
knew though.
respects marriage, though. It's not like
At all.
before. Yeah.
But then, how do you go home and be with them all day, and then come over here and slide over here, escaping at night? That don't make like.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
And I'm not okay
Oh,
with
no,
that
no,
either.
no, no.
Well,
I was dating somebody here for 2 years. He would come stay at my house Friday, Saturday, Sunday, leave Sunday night, go home. In church one day, I was pastor secretary. I'm getting a phone call. I keep getting phone calls from this number, from this number, from this number. So finally I said, I don't know what's going on. Let me walk outside. So I pick up the phone and this is the message. Oh, you're good enough to sleep with my husband, but you ain't good enough to pick up the phone.
Oh.
oh shit.
I said, cool. She don't know who she talking to.
Uh,
This is Yolanda. What's the problem? She goes, oh, you sleeping with my husband? I said, who the hell's your husband? She said, Phil. I said, really? I said, how is it that your husband's been staying in my house for the last 2 years, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, leaving in the evening, and you never figured out he was cheating on you?
Right.
what she
And
said.
I never figured out he was married because he would call me at all times during the week. So it wasn't like he was hiding from me. He goes, oh, well, he told me he was working security. I said, where the hell was he working security?
Right.
Like,
I said, let me tell you about your husband. He goes to the club, he gets drunk. I'm the one that's waking up in the middle of the night. Everybody at the clubs knows that we're together because they call me in the middle of the night to go pick him up.
so what the
Wow.
fuck are you talking about?
I
That's
said he met all my family, met my parents. I mean, literally 2 years. 2 years.
Wow.
Friday,
That
Saturday, Sunday.
That ain't nothing. My coworker is married. And number one, he didn't have sex with 85% of the post office.
dang.
The girl was a side chick for 11 years. 11
Oh,
years.
wow.
But the wife knew about the side chick and the side chick knew about. I said, why don't all y'all just get one big house?
But
and
that's
just
what they
live together?
want. Look, I be saying this to motherfuckers. Stop trying to
11
be somebody.
years.
Yeah, that's a long time. But is he taking care of both of them though? Is he taking
No, he
care of
ain't
both
got,
of them?
he got enough damn money. First of all, he already told the girl he's never leaving his wife.
Oh shit.
Then, when it was time she told him he had to choose between the wife and him. Her, he picked his wife. So 11 years, you waited around for nothing because he chose his wife. And that's why she went her separate ways. But 11 years. And she was faithful.
Who, the side chick
I'm
was
not to be faithful to a man who go home to his damn wife every damn night.
That's
You
what
can't
I'm
call
saying.
him on Sundays. Sundays is family day. Can't call him. Can't come
Hell
to his
no.
house. They do hotels. For 11 years, y'all did hotels.
But you know what? My god sister was doing that. So Monique, let me tell you, she married to this fat, black, burnt, turd looking ass nigga or whatever. And he nasty than a motherfucker too. I mean nasty, disgusting. Married to him, cheating with this nigga that she met out west or whatever, right? Now my problem with her, she paid for the room, she buying food. She barely got enough money anyway, because her and her husband, they not good with money. They some more motherfuckers that's not good with money. They just like to blow money. She like to shop. He want to buy gadgets and shit. Now, the thing that bothered me with her, right? She going around telling, I invited her to like a get together I had for my sister. She telling all my sister's friends that this guy Mike is her fiance. But she ain't never divorced her husband. She won't divorce her. Then she gets hotel rooms, go to the hotel room with him on Friday night, the husband. And then when he leaves Saturday morning, invite the other nigga on Saturday to spend time with her there on Saturday until Sunday. Then she had a husband pick her up on Sunday from the hotel.
That's
Man,
crazy.
the side nigga, 52 years old, and stay with two other niggas in a house out west, living together. They share a car, community car. And I was like, you look at you. I said the same thing. I was like, wait, what happened? She was like, and then she would be calling me, stressing me out, talking about, you think he gonna show up? I say, I ain't knowing no man that turned down no coochie. Like, and if he is, you might want to have a conversation with him because he may not want your ass no more. Like, I don't know no man that don't want to have sex. So if you got to worry about him coming, then maybe you shouldn't be dealing with him. And she was like, he made me so happy. Baby, anybody who only see you once a month on a Saturday, of course they going to make you happy. You only see them once a month.
Right.
Deal with his ass when you got to look at him every day. And you living with him and you got to hear his ass snoring and breathing and doing stupid shit and cussing him out and shit like that.
I require too much attention for me to be a side chick. I require too much attention.
You said
Baby.
I can't be.
I wake up at 2:00 in the morning. If my man tell me to text or call you, guess what? I'm gonna text and call you. I'm gonna blow
And
both
you better
our cover.
answer me or I'm finna put your ass on the block list.
Baby, I'm gonna blow both our covers. So that's why I can't do well with us being a side chick. I can't.
I ain't trying to be nobody's side nothing. I mean, we too old for that.
Baby,
I feel like,
I'm
look.
too old for that. I'm too old to be sneaking and hiding
And
up.
if you ain't got enough sugar to be somebody's sugar nut, stop trying to be like, because I was dating a motherfucker who was my little sugar whatever and giving me money or whatever. I hate a motherfucker to tell me, you need to answer my phone. Stop trying to tell me what to do. Just bring me my damn money and get your ass on.
Yeah. They was trying to be
And I felt
controlling.
like I did like the way he was treating this one chick that we be hanging out with, Rose. He be talking about, yeah, you my little hoe. I say, let me be clear. Don't ever call me no mother for your little nut. You won't make enough, give me enough money to be calling me out my name. Fuck you talking
Right.
about? Stupid
Baby.
ass.
Yeah,
Well,
these
so
men,
how do y'all feel about online dating and social media and how it's done fucked up?
All you do is get dick pics.
Ah!
I'm too scary to do online dating.
People crazy, you right.
I'm too scary. Because my first thought is, we get up and my mama will never see me again.
I know. And I don't want nobody to murder me in my own shit because your ass crazy.
Yeah, so that online stuff, I can't do the online.
But do you think so I feel like this. I don't know about y'all, but ever since COVID, I think with the online dating and shit, like people feel like they got all these options. And they try to throw that shit in your face too when they talking to you. They be like, hey, I got all these options. And I be telling motherfuckers like, yeah, there's a million motherfuckers out there. It is, but they ain't me.
Right.
Like you got all these options, but how many of them is right for you?
Right.
And what you got going. So I feel like I hear people saying that nowadays too, the ratio of this and I could get on here and I'm like, yeah, but how long that shit gonna last?
True.
Who gonna have your back? Who gonna call when you gonna call when your ass sick and you in the hospital or your ass got some shit going on and you need somebody to have your back? Are they gonna be around then?
Exactly. And that's what brings me to my conversation. People need to stop trying to date within. See, I don't discriminate. I would date outside my race.
I date outside, man.
Baby, I want me a Puerto Rican. I want me a Russian. I want me an Italian. I want me a Serbian.
Well, you know what? I used to talk to this motherfucker that was Greek and treated me so good. I'm talking about the best relationship I ever had. Took me to the Cubs game.
Baby,
we be outside, going to dinner. I ain't just stuck on dating us. And plus, us, for some reason, they done had motherfuckers, and that's what I'm saying, niggas. Like, they got them feeling like they on top of the world and they the best thing smoking, but you not. Really, you kind of like a weight. And I ain't did like, that's another thing, Monique. I never told you this. So that dude I was telling you about that I was just dating when I was in Milwaukee, tell me why this nigga got 8 kids.
Damn, that's a lot of damn kids.
Now, they all grown now, too. They all, I think the youngest is 19. But because when we was having a conversation, that was like, it came up about kids. Asked me if I have any. I'm like, nah, I ain't got no kids. That motherfucker's like, I got 8 kids. And to me, when I hear 8 kids, that means you ain't gonna never have enough money to take me out. You ain't gonna never have enough money to buy me a bag. You ain't gonna have no money to give you no gas money and shit like this. So I
But
just
he
kept
said they were older, so why wouldn't he?
because he's still the father. They still be asking him for money. And a couple of his daughters got kids. So shit, he got grandkids. He still gotta
Right.
send them money.
And some of these people be having 8 kids, 5 baby mamas and stuff. Hold on now.
I know. He got 8 kids by 8 different baby mamas. So let me tell you the story, Monique. He said, so he used to be a Crip. He said when he was 22, 23, he didn't think he was going to make it to 25. So he went and slept with 8 different bitches to leave his legacy, which I thought that was stupid, but okay. I did. I thought that shit was stupid, but okay. So he like, yeah, I had, and they all born around the same time. So they all kind of around the same age. He like, yeah, I had one to leave my legacy. And I'm just saying, what? He's like, man, I didn't think I was going to make it past 25. And I'm like, but you about to be 40. You got 8 motherfucking kids by 8 different bitches, and you thought this was a good idea. I say, Lord, some people just, like I had to come. I wasn't trying to be judgmental, but I just thought it was stupid.
Yep.
Like he like, I'm cool with all my baby mamas. And I'm like, that's cool, but really, nigga, a kid, like, and you can't take no day off of work. Cause shit, you got grandkids now. Who the fuck gonna take care of all these motherfucking kids?
So
And do you got an
predicted your
insurance
death.
policy?
Right. You
And do
predicted
you
your
got an
death.
insurance policy? Is you gonna leave? Yeah, he know them all. They call him. I be hearing him on the phone, but 8 fuck kids on me, really.
That's why I said you predicted your death and say, I'm gonna have 8 kids. And we had 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no.
By 8 different women, though. They had the 1, 5, or 6 is 8. 8 different women.
You gotta deal with 8 different personalities.
I said, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be some kind of God-given something. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, but that's that New Orleans, because the motherfucker from New Orleans, he got that accent too. You could tell. Like, he from down there, from in the south of Louisiana. It's super heavy or whatever. He like, yeah, I was on my way over here, and the girl in the Uber, she was all on me. I say, yeah, but you brought your ugly ass over here. What are you talking about? Like, whether she was all on you or not, you got out the Uber and came upstairs over here. So what are you talking about? Well, yeah, so that is going to be the end of our interview. It was lovely. Like, I'm talking about, we got to do this again. Look, I'm going to invite you on the show when we talk about relationships, because it's super easy. You can get on here. Did you have a hard time getting on?
Nope. I love this.
See how cool it is? You in the crib chilling. Normally I have my drink, but it's Sunday and I keep saying, what would Jesus do?
Baby, I got my cup. Baby, I got my cup water. I'm cooking right now.
You know what? I ain't drinking that shit. So you know what, friend? I bought the cup water, the Long Island iced tea. And let me tell you something. That shit tastes like battery acid. It's too fucking strong.
Yes.
I say this is turpentine. I ain't drinking this shit no more. I like them cup water, but I had the Long Island one. I'm drinking what they call them things? A B-box. I got a B-box right now.
Yeah. The Long Island, when I drank that, this the only one I like. But when I drank the Long Island, I woke up with a hangover. I said, see, I haven't drunk in 5 years. I'm not gonna go back to this.
Yeah. I drink no hangover.
I drink one a day.
That shit tastes like battery acid.
Yep.
All right, well, definitely I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to shoot you a message. I think episode 5, we talking about relationships and some shit that's different from what me and you talked about. But when you drop your next book, I got to have you back on here so we got to... tell her what's the name of your book, Monique.
It's called The Strength in Me by Shay Monique on Amazon.
Hers is on Amazon, too. I'm going to send me the link in the, on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. And thank you for your support.
Yeah, and I look at it too. When you said I've been sharing my stuff or whatever, but definitely when you getting ready to drop your second book, we gonna do this again.
All right.
All right, well, have a good night.
You too.
And thank you for joining us.
Anytime.
Hey, bye.